Diamond, Rick Jerrells.
Welcome to the show, the Dog and Pony Show. I think you're going to like this little quick training on leadership. Just a couple of things. First, this is my new office. It's not complete, but I have put together the desk. So I've made huge advances. And if I showed you the other side of the room, you would start laughing. I do have a whiteboard set up, very important thing. But I'm planning on putting in some built-in bookshelves and all that kind of stuff behind this computer. To my left is a wonderful view of the street, and I love my new street. This is a new house for me. I'm very excited about it, just because, hey, I bought it with cash from my Valentis business, okay? So, you know, it is real. The Valentis business is real. This company is real, and residual income is real. You can develop a residual income here at Valentis, but I want to share some things with you that, you know, you're going to want to have. And I'll tell you, you know, when you think about building a group in Valentis, or you think about building, period, any group, it doesn't matter if you're in a corporation, in sales. I was a sales guy in a corporation called Minolta. I was number one my first year with no experience. I had a journalism degree. So I was a newbie right out of college at 23, made $65,000 my first year. And then literally that same year at the very end, I went active duty into the military because I had a contract with them to fulfill my 4-year active duty scholarship requirement. Okay. So I have a little bit of experience in understanding about how to get the decision maker from that perspective, and not being too salesy. And then a lot of experience regarding training and also leading people and managing people. And don't confuse leadership with management, okay? Leadership with management, there's two different things. You know, setting goals and getting someone organized or helping them to get organized, that is management, okay? Setting goals is management of your people. But leadership is so important. I mean, here's the bottom line. Leadership, and I'm kind of a believer now because I've seen the way people are. I believe that there is a little genetic help there as to whether somebody's going to be a certain type of leader or this type of leader. But I believe most people can be leaders. A majority of people can become a leader, and usually that's through personal experience and learned experiences. And that's if you're smart enough to look back at yourself and analyze yourself and say, hey, I could have done this. I could have been a better leader in that regards. Or leaders are developed. And, you know, for 33 years I've been in this industry, some of the best teaching has been principles and concepts. But motivation, you know, it's all about, you know, motivation, and it's really not. It is internally, but when it comes to building an actual group, it's about being the leader that people want to follow. So think about that for a second. How are you going to build a group if people don't want to follow you? If you're abrasive or all the time, you know, I mean, once in a while is okay. But, you know, if you're always abrasive or you're defensive all the time, or you can't really have an interpersonal communication with somebody, or you're talking over somebody. I mean, I have that problem once in a very while. But, you know, if you're not a good listener, I think, you know, there's a lot of different personality skills that go into leadership. But the bottom line is you've got to get to a point where people want to follow you. You're not going to be a recruiter and a teacher if people don't want to follow you. And, you know, a lot of it has to do with your personal confidence, how you come across to people, you know, whether somebody sees you as their leader. So understand something. People are joining you first. Usually Facebook, I'm on Facebook, so I'm easy to find once they find the spelling, because I'm like the only dude on there with the last name with 2 L's and S. I mean, you guys have no idea how many times somebody saw me on the internet or they heard me on a call and I got this errant email or, messenger, usually Facebook. I'm on Facebook, so I'm easy to find once they find the spelling, because I'm like the only dude on there with the last name with 2 L's and S. But they will shop. Somebody, I heard about it from this guy, but I don't want to join them. And I'll just say, you're going to have to go back to that person and find somebody in that particular upline that you can work with, because from an integrity standpoint, I'm just not doing it. I don't need to enroll you to help me make money and to hurt somebody else. And a lot of times, if you're a good enroller, you're going to be using your upline business partners to help you enroll somebody so that that person knows they're not alone with just you. That's really a huge key in enrollment, but that's another story. But people are going to join you first. So understand that you have to get people to want to follow you. When I was in the military, I was a second lieutenant. I remember I got there and, I could order my sergeants to order the soldiers to do what I needed them to do. But I got to a point after about 3-4 months where I didn't have to put out orders. People were, these sergeants and NCOs, because of my personality type, because they knew, having rewritten the training manual from 500 pages to 50 and understanding the whole process of how we had to deploy a platoon in the desert in Iraq, they understood that I was looking out for their welfare first, okay? Looking out for them first. And I was on the front lines working with them. I was on the ground under the vehicle turning the wrench when I was a battalion maintenance officer as a captain. But, so I didn't have to do too much. NCOs came to me and they said, "Hey, what can we do for you today, sir?" And because they knew I didn't care about getting my next promotion or whatever, I was going to be a 4.5 year short timer, even though I was in ROTC 2 or 3 years as well. So, I was in a total of about 8.5, 9 years. And wow, what a great experience. I really recommend that we force people to go to the military for 2 years, because a lot of times these guys that are, 20 years old, they become a corporal and they're leading like 10 or 12 guys. The management and the leadership skills that they get are so much more important. And here I am, starting network marketing around 23 at the same time I started my military career. And I could clearly see that in the military, I could order people, but in network marketing, I had to get people to want to follow me. I had to be likable. I had to be a little bit of humorous. But the most important thing is I had to have integrity. And people respect that. You got to have integrity, and you got to be looking out for your people first. You got to have that servant-oriented attitude, and that all falls under getting people to want to follow you. You have to be a person who's excited about their business, and that excitement comes across in how you speak about the business. It's not what you say about the business, but it's how you say it. Hey, I got in this business and I thought it was pretty cool. But, I only work it part-time. It's a little different than I got into this business only a month ago. I made over $800. I'm excited about it. I love the products, and the pay plan seems to pay out really well. I've never made $800 in 1 month before in network marketing. Totally different, right? So how you present yourself, confidence, for example. Somebody it's amazing that somebody who's never been successful in network marketing actually thinks they're going to recruit me into another company, because I usually completely tear apart their knowledge, their lack of knowledge. And I don't do it in a mean way, but I thank you for offering and everything. But I happen to know Joe, who's at the very top, who's been a leader in several companies, and I trust Joe. I don't know you. So, relationship building takes a while, but being a leader, some people have natural skills, but really the truth is, in this business, you have to work more on yourself than anything else. No kidding. More on yourself than anything else, because when you fail Or if you fail, okay, it's a step to success, some people say, but the bottom line, it's your responsibility. If people don't want to join you and you're finding right now that you're having problems enrolling or recruiting, then you need to start putting your upline business partners on the phone with all these people. If you've got 5 upline, use them all. Just let them share their story. That's what it's all about. And let them know that they got their support as well, especially if you're a weak leader or not really someone who understands everything right now. Because, you know, we love excited people without knowledge, but it's great to be excited and to have that knowledge so that you can begin to enroll people on a daily, weekly basis. I think one of the things that under this category of getting people to follow you is, you know, if you're one of those people that looks, it sounds like you're trying to sell somebody a product or sell them something. I mean, I did car sales for about 90 days, and I realized that both copier sales for a big corporation like Minolta and car sales, I realized that you can only sell so many machines or so many cars every single month. And, you know, I understood residual income. That's why I was only there 90 days. So, but, you know, your income is tapped. Okay, and you need to be able to explain something as simple as that to people. I mean, even doctors. I mean, how many patients can you see in a day or a month? Your income is tapped. Focus on their needs and desires, okay? People join you. They don't if you don't understand the business, if you don't act like a leader, who wants to be followed, if you're not asking questions of them, if you're not excited and you're not an encouraging type person, you can do this. And if you're not focusing on their needs and desires, you know, and not relating to them, you know, for me, it's very easy to relate to somebody because I've lived everywhere. I've been to 14 countries in the United States. I've pretty much lived in every state. I'm not kidding. If I haven't lived there, I was there for a short stint. And it's very easy when someone says, hey, you know, you're from St. Louis. Hey, I was born there, you know, and you have this conversation. So, you know, leadership is relating. Leadership is focusing on their needs and desires, not yours. I got into this for a different reason. Maybe somebody else is getting into it for another reason. Most of them have to do with financial. That's why we as leaders lead with the business and the product, but the business opportunity is there. You're going to find 5 or 6 products that you love to use on a daily basis out of the 20 plus products we have here. So, you know, leading with one product is really, you know, what if they don't like it? Now you've got a negative that you're starting off with. So leadership, understand, people have to want to follow you. Number 2, leaders work their business daily, okay? I do. I've had to fix another house up to sell. I bought another house. I had to put a fence literally around the dirt areas in my backyard here at the new house because I didn't want this beautiful pool deck being dirtied up every single day by 4 mangy mongrels that weigh 55 pounds each. And it's worked. I absolutely love it. But all that took time, you know, so you can have all these distractions. You can have work. You can have family. Really, the only distractions that, in my opinion, are legit from you not working your business daily would be death and sickness and buying and selling a house. The last 4 weeks I've been sort of absent, but I'm still here taking phone calls from my people. That's called leadership. You don't, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. As long as you got a phone, you can do this business. So leaders work their business daily. If you're coming into this business or someone, you know, like your enroller business partner is saying, hey, you only got to work 2 hours a week. It's not really true. I mean, yeah, you probably could get away with 2 hours as long as that's 30 minutes at lunch, 30 minutes at lunch, 30 minutes at lunch, 30 minutes at dinner, 30 minutes at dinner, you know, on every single day. Work it daily. Leaders work their business daily. I mean, imagine somebody you brought in the business and you say, I only work 2 hours on Saturday. I don't take calls Monday through Friday, even though that big player and that person who could build your business is only available Monday through Thursday. Sorry, I can't take their call or yours. That is not leadership. You've got to be able to show the vision. You got to, you know, have excitement in what you're talking about. And you know, actually belief should be in there. You know, belief is just huge as a leader. If you don't have belief, then, you know, you're most likely not enrolling, you're not training, you're not doing what I'm doing right now. And the last thing is, as a leader, you know, you can't be some person who's like, you know, I had a bad day. I didn't get that guy. You know, I've been working on him for months, and I didn't get him in. So I just think I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. I love doing that impersonation. But the no-quit attitude, that's what leaders are, okay? I have a no-quit attitude. I've been here 5 years. We've gone up, we've gone down. We got way up, we got down. What, am I going to quit during the down times? No. The real leaders come out when the company's in a downtime. That's who is a leader. The person who can carry people and motivate them, encourage them when something's going wrong. The person who can help somebody see a different positive perspective. You have to have a mindset of a 5-year commitment if you're brand new. If you've been in for 3 or 4 or 5 years, make another 5-year commitment. Because, you know, the grass just isn't greener in another company. If you can't build here, what makes you think you're going to build over there? We got the best products. We got the best pay plan, hands down, second to none, and I can prove it. We pay out 52 to 60% every single month. And in this company versus my last 3 unilevels, for the same exact monthly volume, I made double the money. You can take that to the bank because I went out and bought a house with cash with a $100,000 backyard and swimming pool, okay? Valentis did that for me. The people in my group did that for me. And I'm very blessed and very thankful. So let's run down real quick. You got to be a person that people want to follow. That's number one. Figure out how to be a person that people want to follow. Number two, leaders work their business daily, okay? 3, leaders are the example of success, okay? 4, leaders find and enroll other leaders. And if you're not a leader, you don't think you are, recruit up. Don't go for people who are broke and have never made any money. They're 50 years old, they're 60, they keep doing the same things over. Go find the 15 to 20% that are in your neighborhood, in your community, in your city, in your state. There's plenty of those people already there that have the right proper mindset and attitude and have been successful already. That's your goal. Go find people who are successful. You spend a lot less time and heartache trying to get somebody to change behaviors and attitudes and mindsets. Okay, so leaders find and enroll other leads. Number 5, leaders are able to give hope, encouragement, and show the vision, excitement, and they're committed. And they're people that come in know they're committed. Nobody wants to commit to somebody who's doing 3 different deals. It doesn't work. You can't do 2. As talented as some of the people in my group are, they can't do 2 deals, and they know it. You can only serve one master, and you can only build one company. You got to be committed. And number 6, last, no quit attitude, proper mindset. If you don't have the right attitude and mindset, doesn't matter what you do in life, you're going to fail. You got to change your attitude and your mindset, and you got to do whatever it takes to do that. So with that, this is Rick Jerrells, Royal Diamond with Valentis. I hope you enjoyed the training. Signing off.